So, my top 5 teams in the East, man. I give it to you in the exact order, man. Exact order. Y'all see it on your screen. You see it right there. Let me start off with the Wizards, man. These Wizards are very impressive. I kind of talked about them earlier when we did our prediction, our projection. I did not expect them to be where they are right now. Literally. But I talked about their defense. Their defense showing up. They playing so well without Bradley Beal.
That's true.
How impressive is that? And you can only imagine they'll get better. They got a relatively soft schedule coming up. They playing against OKC. I see them still stacking up some wins. So right now, the Wizards are definitely top 5 team in the East right now. Let's move on to team number 4, the Cavaliers. The Cavs are definitely showing up. The acquisition of Donovan Mitchell is still looking better and better. But, there was a tough game that happened the other day, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough. They had a rough stretch. They had a rough stretch of losses. They did. But, considering the players that were out, and you got to consider if they were playing, that they would have a chance to win. So, for example, they played without Donovan Mitchell and Jarrett Allen against Minnesota, which is another team. Like, we got to talk about them at some point, too, because they've been, and Anthony Edwards, man, I don't know what's going on with Minnesota, but they cut a 24-point lead down to 2, man.
Darius Garland.
Yeah.
Shout out to Darius Garland. My bad for interrupting.
No, you good, man. Go ahead.
We were shining a light on Embiid's 59, but Darius Garland went.
He did go off though. He did. I forgot. We did shout him out. 51. 51.
Shout out to DG. Oh, but
51.
Yeah.
But that's just the fact you have that type of player you have a Darius Garland who has potential to go off of 50. You got Donovan Mitchell, who I believe can still do the same. You just got a lot of talent. Even though they had a rough stretch of games, they're still competitive for me in the East. They're still one of the top teams in the East. I'm not taking that away from them. They're still in the tops of the league defensively and offensively. They're 3rd in offensive rating right now. They're 4th in the defensive rating. So, yeah. Cavs, number 4. Number 3. This could be a lot of recency bias, honestly, but I gotta give it to the Sixers, man. It's probably a lot of recency bias, man, with Joel Embiid. If you have Joel Embiid, man, you got a chance in any game. I don't care who is on your squad. You cannot guard this man. You cannot guard him. Whether it's on the perimeter or inside. James Harden is that dude. And the Sixers were playing without James Harden. He's still sidelined. But this team, Joel Embiid, has been dominant. And that dominance deserves a spot on this list automatically. So if you ask me, I only have a lot of stats to really say on the Sixers like that. I really don't. But my main reason, if you ask me, is Joel Embiid. That's be my answer every day, all day. Joel Embiid.
Right there.
Joel Embiid. That's it.
Sure will.
That's it. All right, let's get to the top 2. I got the Celtics. The Celtics have been playing very well. Still, despite the circumstances. They've been very, very impressive. Tatum is still that dude. He's a superstar. Firmly a superstar, continuing that path from last year, from the playoffs. This team is doing very well playing team ball. Like, ranking high in assists. They're number 1 currently in offensive rating. And then they do need to improve a little bit defensively. They do. They need to improve a little bit. But still, this is a top team. They have a very soft schedule coming up. However, I did make this list before this game. They had it tonight. against OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hold on. I may change this list on the spot depending on what happened, though. Let me see what happened. All right, they won. All right, so cool. The Celtics won. Good. Won by 4. But you see, the OKC put 122 on you. I was watching part of that game. There's no way. This is why I'm saying the defense needs to fix itself. Allowing them to go in the paint like that makes no sense. Giddy going into the paint. I mean, come on.
Bro, this is your own team.
No. But still, this is the Celtics. I expect more from the Celtics, man.
This man is so dedicated.
You can't allow teams to just run into the paint and get buckets like that. You can't. That's why they're number 22 in defensive rating. But despite all that, I still give them number 2 in the East. Because before that, they won 6 straight. Like they're a streaky team. So I mean they're like doing really well. So that's basically what I have to give it to. And of course, number 1 for me, the Bucks. A lot of people may say like, why didn't I have like the Celtics number 1, based on like what they've gone through, you know, and who the Bucks lost to recently. But no, I'm still gonna ride with the Bucks. I still ride with them. Although they did have a tough loss to Atlanta. I'm still riding with the Bucks, man. They play another. They have a kind of a tough schedule ahead. They got Cleveland next, and they got Philly. I'm gonna be in tune for that Philly game. I hate it's a league pass game, man. Why couldn't ESPN pick that game up? Come on, man.
I got league pass now.
Come on, man. You gotta get league pass to watch this game. But I wish a national TV person would pick it up. But they just gotta get healthier, man. Chris Middleton just gotta come back healthy. You know, that's basically what they're missing. They're missing not only his offense but his defense that he brings to the floor. So that's all they need, honestly. They're first in defense. Their defense is what keeps them in games. They're first in defensive rating. Giannis, when he's on, he's doing all he can to lead his team to wins. If you got Giannis, you got a chance. I know I've been saying, like, if you got any type of superstar like that, you have a chance. Which is why you should be in the face of the lead discussion. If you have that player, you should have a chance to win a game. So I'm just saying. So
yeah, that's right.
Man. So that's my top 5. Wizards, Cavs, Sixers, Celtics, Bucks number 1. What you got?
Not too bad, man. I like your top 5 in the East right now.
You change anything or what? What's up?
No, I think I can agree with it for the most part.
That's
Bucks. I think you nailed it, man. I'm not mad at that at all. The Wizards have been great to me the past few games. Cavs, very much a threat. Sixers, I might not be.
I know. I feel like that's recency. I admit it's recency bias, but you know.
I mean, if I had to make an argument of a team I would replace the Celtics with, or like, you know, move into this top 5, and I'll maybe move the Sixers out, I would probably say. I mean, they're fine right there for now.
I can see the argument could have been like maybe the Hawks or something like that. Maybe.
I mean, they lost
because they did just pick up a good win against the Bucks, but
yeah, it's okay though. I'm not mad at it. I think
I'm not there yet with the Hawks.
No, that's fair.
It's like a toss up. I was like, I've been more impressed with the Wizards in the past week than the Hawks, so that's why I put them in.